What up, guys? That's me. And I just kind of wanted to come on here and just to not only vent but to talk about some stuff that I've really been trying to keep more or less under wraps. But this is something that I feel needs to be put out there. So I legit just did one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life, which is to block my ex Abby, who I very much had feelings for. If you guys don't know, me and her were together last year. And, we got split up because of her family. Well, she called me up today just out of the blue entirely, just out of the blue on Facebook. She called me. She wanted to talk. And, I didn't see any harm in it. At first, I thought she wanted to work things out and to be with me again. Well, I was wrong. She just wanted to be friends. She I guess is what this Mike guy or whoever. And, she told me that, she does still care, but she doesn't like me in that way anymore. And that she's happy with this Mike guy. And, I kind of went on with it until we hung up. But I just told her, I was like, look, I love and care about you more than you know, but I can't allow this to happen. Like, I can't be friends with you, especially with me having those feelings for you. Like, it's too hard. And it's not that I hate her, because I could never hate her. She's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. But I couldn't deal with it. It's way too fucking hard to deal with. Or to deal with, I should say. My bad. It's like, how do you stay friends with somebody that you still have feelings for while they're with somebody else? Like, that kills you inside. Like, and to be honest, at first I didn't want to do it. I really didn't, but then I was like, if I don't do it now, then the pain will just get worse and worse and worse, and I'll probably end up snapping and saying something I'll regret to her. So I took and, I did it in a civil way. I told her, I was like, look, we can't be friends. And it's not because I hate you, because I don't hate you, but it's because of the fact that, I have way too many feelings for you, and it hurts me to see you with this other guy. It hurts me way too much seeing that. And she was all like, well, you'll find somebody else and da 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 and this and that. And it's like, yeah, you don't know the situation very well at this point. Like, and I'll admit, being with her is all I've ever wanted. But with her being with him, I can't do it. It's too fucking hard. Like, it's way too hard to do. Like, how do you stay friends with somebody that you have feelings for while they're with somebody else? Like, how can you sit there and do that? Like, that's not fair to either side. Especially when you know that person has feelings for you, and yet you're with somebody else, and you know they have feelings for you, and yet you have the same feelings for them, and yet you choose to be with this other person. Like, it's ridiculous, man. It really is. And what up, Chad? But like I said, I mean, it was a very hard thing for me to do. It really was. But I also know that if I didn't do it now, it would just get worse. I know that if I didn't block her right now, things would eventually get worse and spiral out of control again. And I couldn't allow that to happen, so I had to make the hardest choice possible and, do what I did. Like, I had to do it. As much as it hurts, I couldn't just sit there and watch her be with this other guy. Like, it hurt way too much. It hurt enough when she told me that she was with him, but to sit there and to actually, want to be friends, no. Hey, not much, Chad. And what up, Pusheen? How you doing? But it confuses me at how you could want somebody to be friends when you're with somebody else, knowing that that person has feelings for you and knowing that deep down you have feelings for them. Like, why ignore those feelings and be with that other person? Why not act on those feelings and be with the person that you truly care about? Like, it's stupid. So, I did what I had to do and I blocked her after I sent her a message. It wasn't a hateful message. It was just a message saying, hey, we can't be friends. Like, I can't do it. It's too hard. Like, I straight out told her, I was like, look, it's way too hard seeing you with this other guy. Like, it is way too hard for me to see that. And then, unfortunately, I did what I had to do and I blocked her. And you guys know very well that when I was with Abby, man, I had everything on the right track. I was super happy. If you guys couldn't tell by the pictures I posted of me and her when we were together, like, I honestly will admit, I felt like I was on top of the world. I really did. Like, I was super happy. And ever since, I've been in and out of relationships, which hasn't really worked out. Like, and the reason why they haven't worked out is because people just don't get my situation and that I can't work due to the fact that, not only obviously my record, but also because the main fact, the big major factor is that, I have to obviously, stay here with my mom at home and I'll take care of her because, she can't do much since she got hit by a car, you know, last year and it's affected her very badly ever since. And stuff like, and people just don't get it. So I mean, you know, but honestly, guys, like that's honestly the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life was to block the one person that, you know, that like I would do anything for. Like this is a girl who, if I could give her the world in the palm of my hand, I would do it without question. Like if she were to jump off a bridge or off a cliff, I'd be right there beside her holding her hand jumping. But if you guys don't remember, Abby did only have one arm, and she did give me a little bit of good news that I am happy for her about, which is, if you guys don't remember, she went in to get her arm done, and I actually did out a 3D design for the doctors. They liked it, and believe it or not, they actually showed it to the right company, um, and they actually approved for her new prosthetic arm that's fully functional And it's actually one of the very first of its kind that allows for feeling, full rotation, and she doesn't have to have that strap like she does with her regular one. It's actually, they're going to be attaching it to her nervous system and doing it that way, which I don't see how that's going to work. But, with technology being so advanced and advancing every day, I wouldn't doubt that it's possible. Because people are always doing amazing things with technology to help people every day. So to see this is going to be very interesting to see. And I am glad that they actually approved her for that. And do I want any pay out of my design? No. I'm just happy to have helped. I really am glad to have helped somebody that really needed it. Because, she's fought through a lot and, has gone through so much that, doing a design for her to have a new prosthetic arm so that she can be that much more normal again, it's the least I can do. Also, on a side note, I do have a feature coming up. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go and watch the live stream before this one. You guys will see what I'm talking about. But with that being said, I love you guys, and I'll see y'all later.